All right, here we go for backstroke. He's got the right idea. He's doing pretty well with the straight. What I would like to see, so hips up a little bit higher. You can see that there's a little bit, because his hips are down, a little bit of a curve. And so the T press that you'll hear coaches talking about is this. So shoulder to shoulder and then down his spine. And right in the middle is where we want to press back with our back. His eyes are in a great position, so as long as we can start pressing here and bring his hips up, we're good to go. Then, once he catches wide like he's doing here, we want to roll into it with our hips and then pull deep to our hip. And when we pull deep to our hip, that's going to let us snap and have a really good strong rotation to the other side and keep our bodies nice and long. I would like to see a little bit more with the pinky enter instead of the back of his hand. And getting those feet up closer to the surface, that's going to help with that long axis stroke as well. Okay, breaststroke or butterfly? What are you going to do? Okay, go ahead. All right, so with Xander's fly, let's break this down. So here should be his glide, the gliding point, and pretty much the starting point for everything. So what I like to tell my kids is every glide is almost like a reset button for each stroke, for the next stroke. You're getting that momentum going, but you're letting, especially with butterfly and breaststroke, you're letting those body parts reconnect, reset up, and get ready for another strong pull and strong kick. Right now, he's in that streamline, but you can see his hips are low and his feet are even lower, and then his shoulders are up here. So right now, he's swimming at an angle. So he's just swimming uphill. He's catching tons of water with his chest, and that's just going to make each stroke a little bit harder. And that's going to tire him out with every stroke that he takes. So in butterfly, we want to try to stay more on top of the water and have small waves instead of the common thought is really big. Okay? By doing big, you're going to be catching water here, here, here versus the smaller waves. Okay? Now, as we go, the next step, he kind of gets his hands stuck back in here. And then the head is going to come up, and what's happening is we're coming up really high to take that breath. You can see his chin is almost pointed up to the ceiling. His chest is pretty much flat. Shoulders are down, knees are apart and bent, and then feet are apart too. Okay, so he's trying to do the really big wave. And that's just, it's making it way too hard for him. So instead, think about a forward pull and lift where your hips stay up high and we're just pulling ourselves up and over as if we're trying to pull ourselves over this lap lane right here. Really small wave, small pull. The chin should be just on the surface of the water. And then we want to tuck that head right back down. You can see it's not quite down into that streamline again. And that's where we're coming into trouble. He's pretty much almost as if he were like kneeling on his knees in the water. Okay, with that head way up here. The head weighs so much that when you bring it up that high, everything else is just going to sink. All right, and it's not going to provide the momentum that he's thinking. So tuck that head. Don't raise it so high. And then he's doing a good job of getting those arms thrown around. We just need to bring our head down a little bit lower and try to stay flatter and more on the surface of the water. And then also bring them, we want our head down a little bit sooner. So here, hands are already pretty much in the starting position for the next pull, and our head is still up. So the head should be down by this point.